Alright, I'm gonna go over this real fucking quick because OBS keeps fucking crashing. Alright. So this default model. Custom model replacing crowbar. Okay. And if you do not have it exactly, it will not replace the crowbar. Okay. Same with animations. All right. So hold up. So this is a default attack animation right here, and then custom model places crowbar and animations and animation. So since these are the same, the animation in the custom model actually plays. Okay, got it? Alright, but if it was something like this, if it's not exact to a T, oh shit, my bad, then it will replace the crowbar but not the animation. Okay, so this is very crucial. It's also the same with materials. You gotta have the exact same path. Okay, so for today's video, I'm gonna replace the crowbar with the mod crowbar. Okay, which is what I did for my mod HL2DM and mod revamped. And yeah. So I got a lot of questions of people like asking me how do you do this shit, because they try and do it and it doesn't work. So I'm gonna show you how. Alright, so first off, besides crossover and Steam, these are the apps I'm using. So we got Blender, we got HL2DM, obviously, we got test server, we got crowbar, and we got GFC Scape. And Blender also has Blender source tools, and I'll show you how to import that shit. Alright, first off, we open GFC Scape, and then you're gonna want to go to your game data right here. Go to HL2. Go to HL2_MISC_dir.vpk. And then you're going to want to find the model that you're trying to replace. So I go to models, I go to weapons, and then I go to V. Oh fuck, I hate when it does that shit. You're gonna copy every file that says V crossbow. Okay, and I extract that. Hold on, I have to make some. I'm on crossover, so I gotta make the folders in Finder. It's OG crossbow. Make sure this shit's still running. It is. And then just extract to that folder. So go ahead, find it. Extract. You don't need to do anything else for that. And then I'm going to go to my mod folder. And I'm showing you the mod crossbow because that was like the most complex one. I'm gonna show you like everything, okay? So I'm gonna go to mod. I'm gonna go to VPKs. I'm gonna find the VPK that has the models. Go to weapons. Find the crossbow. The same thing. Copy every or extract every file that has V crossbow in the name. Then hold on, let me make a folder. Let's do mod crossbow. Okay. Extract it. There we go. Alright, we're done with DFC escape. Alright, so now we go to crowbar. I just close this shit. Okay, you're gonna go to decompile. You're gonna find the original model, and then you're gonna make a new folder inside where you extracted the original model that you're trying to replace. You're gonna go decompile. But you're gonna decompile. So this top line, that's the file, the original MDL file. The bottom line, that's the decompile folder. You're gonna want to, before you do this, set up this, which just basically it's just the path to all the exes and shit. I'm gonna click decompile. Make sure there's no errors, and then go ahead and do the same for your custom model. All right, and it should look like this. Should have SMD files and a QC file and a file or a folder that has underscore anims at the end, most likely. And then you got all these animations. And so before I do anything, I'm gonna just copy all this. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my Half-Life 2 directory. Gonna go to custom, and then I'm gonna make a new folder. I'm gonna call it mmod crossbow. And right now I'm gonna just show you what it looks like if I don't edit the model at all. So weapons. So this is just me pasting in everything, okay? And then I'm gonna launch HL2DM. So I'm just gonna create a local server, and then gotta get a crossbow. Impulse 101. All right, so you can see it worked pretty well, right? Like that pull-out animation, pretty good, right? It feels pretty smooth, right? Well then, and then you actually try and fire it, and it's good, right? Completely fine. You know, it's like, wow, this was super easy, right? And then you go to a server. Let me just go to SoCal. Great server, by the way. Okay, and everything looks pretty normal, and so, holy shit, I got a lot of lag. Alright, it's probably going to be a little laggy. And let me just find a crossbow. Oh, there's one. Alright. Oh, see that? See that? See, it's all fucked up now, right? Yep. It's all fucked up. And, oh yeah, that is a whole lot of fucked up. Right there. Really fucked up. Alright, I'm gonna show you how to fix this. So, yeah, so before I get to, you know, the Blender part of this video, I'm gonna just say, like, Since this is Mmod, it already had the textures because it's just default Half-Life 2 textures, but if it's from like TF2 or Left 4 Dead or some shit, you're gonna actually have to like go find the textures and then put them in the materials folder right alongside the models folder. And you can always easily check where it gets the materials from just by checking the QC file. It'll have like a materials path. It'll say CD materials, and it'll have a path, and that's where you gotta look inside the custom model game folder. And yeah, same for sounds as well. So the first thing you got to do is you got to go to the original crossbow, go to decompile, and then open the QC file and like text editor or something. Alright, and then do the same for your custom model. Okay, and first thing you want to do is make sure where it says at the top model name, just make sure it's the same. Okay, and then go down in the original one, go down to where it says sequence, and there's like these little blocks of code that says sequence. Just copy all of these and then replace all of the sequences in the custom one. Just like that. Okay, and then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go to the custom one, and then where it says this one, this is anims. This is underscore anims. You want to go on that, and then like these sequences, they have a right here where it says v underscore crossbow underscore anims. It has like a file path, and you just want to go through each one, and then basically just get rid of ones that don't exist. So make sure the only SMD files in this are the ones listed here. And if there's one that's here in the QC and it's not in here, you might have to rename some files. So see idle. Idle's right here. Super good. Idle empty. There's idle empty right here. Draw. There's draw here. Fire here. Reload. Reload right here. Holster. Idle load. Load to idle. Okay, and that's it. Yeah. Alright, so now this is the part where you open up Blender. Okay, and then hold on, I'm going to show you how to install the Blender tools. You just go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons. This little drop-down area right here. Install from disk. Go to where you have the zip installed. Do not extract the zip, just leave it as is. Select the zip, install from disk, and then go down to the scene. It's the little cylinder, or not cylinder, cone with the sphere and the little dot. And then at the very bottom, it'll say Source Engine Export and Source Engine Exportables. If you don't see that, then something's fucked up. Okay, so just delete everything in the default scene. Alright, so go ahead and import the QC file from the original crossbow, or the original model that you're trying to replace. Go ahead and import the QC file. You'll see something like this. Alright, and then go ahead and do the same for the custom one. So each view model has these little circles. These are skeletons. You know, they basically control the movement of the model. Just make sure you have the right one selected. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the skeleton linked to the original one. I'm just gonna go OG, rename it, and then for the other ones, I'm just go mmod. Alright, so you don't get confused. Alright, so first we're gonna select the OG one. We're gonna go to animation. We're gonna, where it says dope sheet, we're gonna go to action editor. We're gonna hover our mouse over the viewport right here. You can just close this shit. You're gonna select A, and then you'll see all these little dots appear on the timeline right here. And then on the second drop down menu right here, these are all the animations. Okay. And you're just gonna go through each one. So we got like 9 here, so it shouldn't be too long. Let's go draw, because that was the one that was broken. Alright. So see how up here at the top, as I'm playing the animation, around like 30, it goes to white. That's when it changes color, that's like when the animation stops. And it's just got a bunch of null frames here, just because like that's how they did it back in like 2004. So yeah, 30. So now we're gonna go to layout, select the M mod one, and then go back to the same menu, select the draw animation, go A, and then right here it ends at 68, 69. So you can either like just do it by just kind of like freehand it and just like try and just kind of guess, you know, how much you want to scale it, or you can just get out a calculator. So it's 30 divided by 68. I think it might be, yeah, so we gotta scale it by 44, I think. So you put your marker at 0, you press S, and then you can go right here, you click, and then you can open up this drop down or this menu. You go 0.44, and then let's play it. So it's much faster, as you can see. And that will keep it, hopefully, from fucking up. Okay, so now we go back to layout, and let's just do the rest of them. Oh yeah, just a side note real quick, I'm just gonna slip this in there. I am pretty sure that the order of these does matter, the order of these in the QC file. I'm pretty sure it does matter. Okay, so yeah, it was pretty easy. I got most of them done. Now that you got all the models done, you can delete the OG model. Here you go. So alright, so this is what you're going to be left with. You're going to have maybe like a couple models. You're going to have a skeleton. And so what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you're in this animation tab right here. Down here there's this export path right here. You want to click the folder icon and then go to your custom weapon model and go to decompile, and then go to the folder that has the QC in it. Click SMD, and then down at source engine exportables, you see where it has the icon with the 2 dots and then the little arrow in the square, or little path in the square. So if you see that, if you see any of those, just make sure that, just click on them and make sure that the subfolder is the same name as the NMs folder. It seems like you can't actually export all the animations at once. You have to like select them and then click export. So just idle idle empty, draw. Alright, it should have overwritten the files in here. And so that should be it. So now what you gotta do is just, open up crowbar. Alright, so select the mmod QC and then go to the custom folder you made right here, and then set that as the bottom one, like that. And then yeah, I can just delete everything in here, and it should wow. Okay, my Mac just glitched out. But yeah, so it should. Let me keep these side by side real quick. When I hit compile, it should fill this up with the MDLs and shit. Oop, error. Okay, I was actually going to talk about this. This is a good reminder. So, let me go back to the QC file. Wow, my PC is fucking bugging. Holy shit, dude. And now my icon's gone. What the hell? Okay. So this is something that is kind of annoying, but you just gotta deal with it. So go to your custom QC file for your custom model, and then in these sequences right here, look for these. If you get like an error like this, where it says warning event frame number and then out of range in animation, if you get that, that means it's one of these things. It's an event. So these events also, you can't change the timing. Yeah. So that's like one of the most annoying parts about it. But yeah, so these events do like multiple things. They like eject shell casings if it's a shotgun, or they emit light if it's the crossbow. So even if you remove these, it's still gonna be a problem. So just keep them. And so what you gotta do is you gotta. All right, so let's look at this first one. Frame 28 in draw. So go to. God damn. Alright, I'm just gonna have to use that shit. Alright. Let me get back to what I was fucking doing. Jesus. Alright, so it said 28 in draw and then 55 in reload. So I go to this, I go to draw, and then I go to frame 28. I right click, I click insert keyframes, and then I export it, and then I go to reload. I go to frame 55. I click insert keyframes. I export it, and now it should work. I shouldn't get any errors anymore. Perfect. That's perfect. All right, so it compiled, and then if I go to my custom folder real quick, yep, it should have all this shit, and so we're good to go. Alright, let's launch again. There we go. Okay, let me at least check if OBS is still recording, because it probably fucking isn't. OBS. Alright, it's still recording. Alright, so let's try and launch this game again. There we go. Okay. Alright, so first I'm going to check to make sure that it works in single player. Make sure I didn't fuck anything up. You know this is a little bit faster, right? Yeah, so if you slow it down, see how the glow like comes in early? Yeah, that's something you can't change, and it's annoying. But yeah, so this is, yeah. And then if you go onto a server, this server's a bit laggy, but at least I know where the crossbow is on this map. It's just like over here. Oh, look at that. It works. Hell yeah. It's just like really laggy on the server. I don't know why, but it works. It works. Like, look at that shit. It works perfectly. Alright, so the only other thing that I have to talk about is like hold up, alright, so only other thing, if I were to like rename this to like reload 2 instead of reload, it wouldn't work. So like, yeah, you just gotta make sure that your shit actually has the same name, and yeah, that's it. That should be everything. That's like all I know. If you have any problems or like any questions, just leave them down in the comments, and I will try and respond and answer your questions. But yeah, bye bye.